Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Tiger Sports Livestream Network softball broadcast between the 9 and 10 Grinnell Tigers and the 0 and 15 Newton Cardinals. Hello, everyone. I'm Blake Walker, along with my partner, Dan Walker. We got a fun softball game tonight, the final installment of this home regular season for the Grinnell Tigers. They'll head to playoff action next week against Washington. But tonight, it's all focus on deck for the Newton Cardinals, who are looking for their first win of the year to at least grab a slight chance of momentum going into the playoffs. It's up to Grinnell to try to shut it down tonight. Ella Greif on the mound for Grinnell, and Kaylee Van Clee on the mound for Newton. It's the Cardinals versus the Tigers, a great rivalry. Coming up next on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Strength, stability, service. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, you can count on all three. And you can count on me, Marlene Johnson, your local Farm Bureau agent in Grinnell. I'll help make sure you have the coverage you need and the discounts you deserve. Call me today and see how I can help protect your family, cars, home, and future. It's your future. Let's protect it.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and a locally owned pharmacy provides you with personal service from folks who know you and your good health needs. We accept most insurance plans, including most of the Medicare prescription drug plans. And we are there to answer all of your healthcare questions. So why not make the switch to a locally owned and operated pharmacy? Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell on Highway 6 West.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn. Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Pollyeyes Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, ASI Signs, Marlene Johnson Farm Bureau Financial Services, Medicap Pharmacy, Dairy Barn, and your 2020 Grinnell High School Senior Spotlight brought to you by the Arons Foundation. 9-10 Grinnell versus 0-15 Newton. And, you know, statistically, this looks like this should be a walk in the park for Grinnell, but if anything, every Little Hawkeye Conference game has to be taken with the same respect, and every team can have a good night anytime, anywhere. Grinnell's come close, or excuse me, Newton's come close against several good squads. They just haven't been able to pull it out. It's Grinnell's last home game. What's Grinnell going to have to do this evening to grab momentum when they go toward Washington next week?
Well, hopefully from the other night when they played Pella Christian, they got all those simple errors out of the way. You know, that we watched them play 2 or 3 games prior to this, and they've been almost, I'm not saying error-free, but they hit well, they catch the ball, they field the ball well. When they played Pella Christian the other night, it's just like the bad woes come back out of the closet, and we had 2 bad errors fielding inside. And, you know, to start out, they have good hitting coming from Pella Christian right off the bat, and it wasn't even the players that were good hitting before. So, you know, we hit the ball well, and there's no doubt about that, but those simple errors, you just can't have that when you come in a ball game. Tonight, you can't overlook a team that hasn't won a ball game either. You have to look at them and play as that we're going to play a tough ball game. We're going to come out. Hopefully they practice. Casey McDermott was out in the field afterwards while we were picking up, fixing or trying to work on those errors that they had, and those are all out of the way. And tonight it's all about, can you finish your season at home on a win and have a positive note to make them 500. And I think that's a golden opportunity for them, and they deserve that for the season that they've had. They had a couple close losses that should have been wins, and they just need to make it up and get this night over with.
Grinnell hadn't beaten Newton's in the 2010s since last year. On June 5th, Grinnell got a 16-11 victory for the first time against Newton. Grinnell's won 2 straight afterwards, so 3 in a row in the series all time. 24-6 since 2006. Newton leads the series. So it'll be a fun ball game. We're going to take another break, and as the teams get their starting lineup set, we'll be back for the opening pitch. You're watching the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Starting lineups have been set for Newton at catcher, Payton Durer at right field, Vanessa Vasu at shortstop, Chastity Henwood, left field, Jenna Smith, Cadence on at second base, Kaia Butler at first base, Kaylee Van Clee at pitcher, Mallory Zach at third baseman, Grace Benson at center field for Newton. On the mound for Grinnell, freshman Ella Greif, 4.5 record coming in, 53 innings pitched, 40 strikeouts, and a 2.62 ERA. Her last regular season game as a Tiger on the home field. And it's been a busy season for Ella, pitching a ton this season for a freshman. But with no pitch count, you could assume that if you're the best pitcher on the team, you're probably going to get all the use that you can get.
Yeah, I think so. And, and they've utilized Hannah's pitched some and Lydia's pitched some too. But it's all about, how far can you go and really push that arm without having issues on it. And I think the times that they have pulled Ella, you definitely seen it, that she's grabbing her fingers and she's starting to get numbness. So, that's the oddity of a softball instead of playing baseball, where they actually push those pitches to X and then they pull you out.
So number 11, I believe, is up first for Newton. That is Kaia Butler. As Greif's first pitch is up top outside for ball one. Kaia Butler this season coming in with 16 at-bats. Excuse me. Wrong number. Butler coming in with 36 at-bats on just 6 hits. 1 home run, though, and it's the only home run the Cardinals have this year. 3 RBIs, 12 strikeouts, or she struck out 12 times, a batting average of 167 for the sophomore. 2-0 pitch by Greif, and that one's fouled down the dirt to the left. Like I said, Grinnell coming in 9-10, a chance to get even at 500, and then if they can win their first round game against Washington, they would move to above 500 for the first time since 2008. So a long time coming. 2-1 by Greif. That one lined deep to right field, and it will drop foul. Greta Dodd has moved over to right field. Ella McAlexander in left, and then I believe Lindsey's over there in center. So there's your quick little change out there. Third baseman Ashlyn Imhoff, Barons at first, and Kelsey Van Copernall over there on shortstop, and Caitlin on second. 2-2. Down low in the dirt for ball 3. Last time we were here, Grinnell lost to Pella Christian 6-2. The Eagles got out to a hot start with a 3-run home run in the first inning. Grinnell played catch-up the rest of the ball game and just could not close the gap, thus leading to their second loss of the season to Pella Christian. They swept the series. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And Ella knocks down our first hitter of the evening. It's been hot all week. We were excited for last night. We were supposed to be over on the baseball field as Grinnell would take on HLV. And we got to the ballpark. My dad was already set up in the booth. I was pulling up, and he gave me a call, and he said it's been canceled. So no game last night. It was a bummer because it was actually going to be cool out because of the rain that we had just got. It was a little windy. It's hot in the sun, that's for sure, this evening. There was water around.
Infield was it was lakey. I was surprised the softball field was flooded.
That one swung on and missed for strike 1. This is Vanessa Vasu up to bat for the Cardinals, and Vanessa comes in 25 at-bats, just 2 hits and a batting average of 80. A young Newton squad, that's for sure, but there's definitely a lot to look forward to if you're a Newton Cardinal fan, as that one's fouled right here toward the fence line. I'd say that's probably for both Newton softball and baseball. Both very young squads. The baseball side, Grinnell played and swept on Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, if I recall, that there was a Lauren Mayer that pitched for the last 5 years or 4 years, I think, since she was an 8th grader.
Big departure
for Newton, and she was a one good pitcher, and I think 2 years ago they were at state with that part of that team. So definitely they lost some talent last year.
Big shoes to fill. Record-setting pitcher that Newton lost, but you rebuild. This is one of those rebuilding years, and everybody goes through them. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That last one was in the dirt. Luckily, no one was on base. 1 out and nobody on for the Cardinals. That one swung and missed. Strike 3. Second one down on the inning for Greif.
Third baseman, number 5.
And this will bring
Mallory
up number
Zach.
5, Mallory Zach, the third baseman for the Cardinals. Zach with 11 hits. One of those being a double, the rest being singles. 4 RBIs, which is team leading. She's only struck out 3 times, and the best batting average on the team at .393. Do you expect that from your 3-4 types in the lineup? That one just outside for ball 1. 2 outs and nobody on for Newton in the top of the first inning. One ball, no strikes. Upcoming for Ella Greif. And that one just upstairs for ball 2. Well, tonight, the last night in all for regular season play in the Little Hawkeye Conference. The rest next week. Well, the girls are done. The boys technically play 2 more, I think, on Monday and Tuesday. But as for the girls' side, the softball conference, Little Hawkeye Conference, is done after tonight, and the champions, quote-unquote, will be the Norwalk Warriors. And it would have been Indianola, but due to a COVID-19 issue within the team, they had to take a break, and they can't play till the 14th of January, 14th of July, just in time for the playoffs. So they forfeit those games they were supposed to have. That gives Norwalk the win, as that one's in there for strike 1.
Which there's still a lot of question on that.
Yeah, how they can only get away with
10 days instead of the 14.
Right. I tell you what, Norwalk has deserved every bit of what they've done this season. They have beaten the best teams in the Little Hawkeye. They've gotten all the way up to 7th in the rankings in 4A, which is the best out of any Little Hawkeye Conference team. Zach gets walked on 5 pitches, 3 balls, 1 strike, turned to 4-1, and that'll put her on first base. And this is Chastity Henwood, the shortstop at the 4 spot here for the Cardinals. 9 hits on the season for Chastity, a .265 ERA. So a solid pitcher here in the solid hitter here in the 4 spot for the Cardinals. And that one down low, but just enough in the corner there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike here for Greif against Henwood. And Henwood awkwardly fouls that one. Knew she probably wanted that one back. She was only wanting to check swing, and it got contact. Grinnell fans, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, weather pending at 10 o'clock, you can tune into the Grinnell Athletics page, and you can check out the 2020 Grinnell High School senior graduation. And if rain is in the way, we just upload the virtual version we created. Should be a fun day. As that one's line shot to left field, it is foul. It just barely made it to the foul marker. Ella got over there, but it wasn't going to be in time, and Grinnell catches a break. Right. Pretty good crowd here tonight at the ballpark, considering I know quite a few graduation parties are tonight. There's a lot tomorrow. There's a lot Sunday. But the fans have showed up well. Social distance here around the bleachers, that's for sure. 0-2 by Greif. Let's see if she can finish it. And that one's down the dirt, gets past Kate. And the runner will advance to second. Zach took right off, and there was really no competition to get her. That one rolled, I think, right underneath Kate. And then had to go retrieve it, not in time. The good thing is we can update you on the score from the baseball game going across the way. Grinnell playing South Tama, not Newton. So 2 rivalries going on 2 different fields tonight. That one grounded right toward Van Copernal. On the hop, throw on to first. And she makes up for a few mistakes the other night against Pella Christian. We'll see in the bottom of the first. We're not at 0-0.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza here in your 2020 Grinnell High School Senior Spotlight, brought to you by the Arns Foundation. Thank you to those three for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. Grinnell up to bat here. Welcome to the bottom of the first. This is Kate Kriegel up to bat for Grinnell. And that went in there for strike one. Like I said, in the circle earlier for Newton, this is Kaylee Van Clee, the sophomore. 0-3 record so far this season as that one's in for strike two. She's pitched 38 innings so far. She's given up 69 hits, 10 strikeouts, and a 7.85 ERA. She's got Kate right where she wants her at 1 ball and 2 strikes early. 1-2. And that one upstairs for ball 2. No mic'd up segment tonight. The hassle, everything else, and the heat combined with just a different kind of starting time, we decided not to do it tonight. But if Grinnell gets a win tonight, we will have Coach Doty up in the booth to talk to us. Good eye by Kate as that one drops right in there, so the count evens back up at 3-2. And as Stenberg would always say, it's a good battle here by Kriegel. Full count pitch by Van Clee. And that one grounded right to the third baseman. The throw on to first is in time, and she tagged her right before she got to the base. Down for out number 1. Number 14, Hannah Behrens, the junior, up to bat here for Grinnell. 18 hits on the season. 10 of those are singles. 8 of them are doubles. 8 RBIs and a .316 batting average for number 14. Umpire telling Van Clee, is it chalk? Is that what they... Yeah, the bag or whatever wanted it to put her behind her so that way a ball doesn't hit it and chop up. Behrens lines that one right to the shortstop, but a nice grab by Chastity Henwood. And this will bring up number 8, Lindsey Halima for Grinnell. And Newton's trying to make this a quick half inning on the Tigers. Not good. Not going out without a fight here early, that's for sure. So 2 outs and nobody on for Grinnell. Here's Lindsey Halima. Halima fouls that one back. Lindsey hit her first home run of the season just a couple of weeks ago. She bats .304 on the season. Grinnell could not get past Pella Christian's infield defense the other night. They'll try to do that with Newton here a little bit better as that one's upstairs for ball 1 on Van Clee. Well, we said it was hot. Yeah, 84 degrees is what we're sitting at. Feels like 90, no rain in the area, and no wind at all, barely. That one just a little low down in the corner for ball 2. Good patience by Halima here early. Two balls, one strike up coming by Van Clee to Halima. And Halima likes what she sees. Throws it back up to the middle, and the throw on the first is in time. 3 up, 3 down. We'll see you in the second. 0-0 is your score.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual, ASI Signs, and the 2020 Grinnell High School Senior Spotlight, brought to you by the Arns Foundation. Thanks to those sponsors for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. We're knotted 0-0. Top 2 we go. Newton got Grinnell on a 3 up, 3 down that last half inning. They'll look to get going on the batting side. Ellegreif still on the circle for Grinnell, as this is number 32, Payton Durer, up to bat, the catcher for Newton. Durer, just an 8th grader with 2 hits so far this season, a batting average of 125. She's struck out 8 times so far. But I respect any 8th grader that's on a varsity squad. That one in there for a called strike. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. On the 16th for playoff action, we will not be there, but Grinnell is headed to Washington to take on the Demons in the first round of the playoffs. Grinnell has a better record than the Demons, but it ended up being that by the time they, when the rankings came out, I should say, the Washington had a better record than Grinnell, so Grinnell has to go on the road. And by the way, Durer took the base because she got hit, so that's why she ran on to first. This brings up number 12, Cadence On. No courtesy run. Well, the coach was coming out and saying something. I don't know. That one grounded foul just behind Kriegel. Imhoff was ready to run up as a bunt was expected. Like I said, good crowd here this evening here at the Softball Diamond. A lot of fans out in the outfield. Parking lot is absolutely full. Found that out the hard way coming in. Doty talking to Greif over there on the circle, as On wanted a quick break. Cadence On, a 8th grader as well. Batting average of 138 in this season. She is ready to bunt. And she tried to swing. Is that going to count as a strike? It does. Strike 2. She went in that bunty formation, then as she was watching it go by, she swung. No balls, 2 strikes upcoming for Greif. That one just up top, 4-1. You can see Imhoff come pretty far off the third base bag, expecting the bunt, but well, now she goes back into position for it. 1-2 by Greif, and that one fouled. She was late on it, and the bat just barely caught it last second. I'm surprised she pulled away after the bunt. So a runner still on first for the Cardinals with 1 ball and 2 strikes. On, watches it go by, and it falls in for strike 3. Number 4, Gracie Benson, the center fielder, now up for the Newton Cardinals. Benson just a sophomore with 4 hits on the season, 1 RBI. She struck out 10 times and a 105 batting average. So 1 out and a runner on first for Newton. As that one's bunted short, and Imhoff watches it go past, but it remains foul. She watched it go right between her legs and hesitated on picking it up, as she knew it would go foul. Smart call by Imhoff. Imhoff, a rough game last go batting-wise. Granted, didn't get a ton of help from the umpires, but she'll look for a better night this evening in the batting box. But a good job on third base so far, as that one's up top. Nice grab by Kriegel. One for Benson upcoming. And she lays down the bunt, and it's another foul. I really think Newton wants to bunt this thing and get the runner to second pretty easily. At least in running position, or scoring position. Count remains as it's been, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Benson's hanging in. That one down in the dirt, 4-2. And we see some change in the count. For a freshman, Ella's composure is pretty immaculate. Mm-hmm. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Greif. And that one down for strike 3. The throw on to first is not in time. It was close, though. So Greif sits down Benson, as that throw on to first wasn't great. Or not great enough to get in time, so. This brings in number 27, Taylor Lust. Runner on first. Newton can't use that bunt anymore to try to get him on to second if necessary. Great pitch by Greif in there for strike 1. Lust comes in, a sophomore, with 2 hits on her season. 1 single and 1 double. She struck out 9 times. And a batting average of 71 for the sophomore. Like I said, a young team this Newton Cardinal team is. 0-1 by Greif, and that one just outside the strike zone. They'll call it ball 1. Four strikeouts for Ella Greif already, looking for number 5 here in the top of the second. That one grounded down the left field, and Imhoff can't pick it up, but it doesn't matter because it's foul. Score update from the baseball side. It is still 0-0. They just got going over there. Grinnell taking on South Tama, by the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes, as it's been a couple times this inning, as that one caught. Throw on to first, and Barons can't hang on. I think that might have been an out if it would have been caught. Kate, one of the best catchers in the conference when it comes to picking people off. It's probably not wise to try to run on Kate Kriegel. Let's just say that. Two-two. Just up at the corner. Loads the count at 3-2 for Ella Greif. Greif just against Pella Christian on the hitting side. Knocked her second home run of the season out of the ballpark. I think it was her second. But it was a great home run. Full count pitch by Greif. And that one popped to drop in the gap. Newton sends one around second on to third. Greta Dodd throws to Imhoff. She'll pick it up, and the runners will stay safe at the corners. And how about that hit by Taylor Lust? Kind of just that awkward space right there where the first baseman really can't afford to go back. It's the second baseman a little too far out of reach, and it's so far out for Greta Dodd to come in. Not much that Dodd could have done in that position. So 2 outs and runners at the corners. Newton's going to need a single here or something if they want to bring home the run. First pitch by Greif, swung on and missed. This is the pitcher, by the way, Kaylee Vankley. Vankley, one of the many sophomores on this team. This team is mostly just sophomores and 8th graders. And only 2 seniors that I see right now, and that's Zach and Smith. That one bunted down, but it's foul. Not a bad bunt if it would have just stayed in the fair position. And Vankley so far has had 5 at-bat appearances, 4 strikeouts, and a 0 batting average. Yeah, I don't know if that's been updated or what. 0-2. Way outside. Runner's going to come home. Throw way too over top as Kate tried to throw it back to Greif, and it was a little high. And the Newton Cardinals have an early lead over Grinnell. That one just went way outside of Kate's reach. She went over to grab it, and then when she threw back, it would have been in time, I'm pretty sure, for the out, but just a little too high when she tossed it back to Ella Greif. And the Cardinals, who come in with no victories on the season, have an early lead over the Grinnell Tigers. Greif's first pitch just outside for ball 1. Or no, what are we at? We're still on the same person. Ball 2. Excuse me. Two balls, 2 strikes upcoming for Greif. And that one popped foul down out of play to the right side of the field. Vankley's going to hang in tough here. It's amazing how the pressure kind of shifts. Not only you're batting now for Newton, but your team now has the lead, and you got to think about the next inning where you're in command to hold the lead. 2-2 upcoming by Greif with 2 outs and a runner on second. And swung on and missed, strike 3. Newton puts up a run, though. We'll see you in the bottom of the second. 1-0, Newton leads.
Strength, stability, service. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, you can count on all 3. and you can count on me, Marlene Johnson, your local Farm Bureau agent in Grinnell. I'll help make sure you have the coverage you need and the discounts you deserve. Call me today and see how I can help protect your family, cars, home, and future. It's your future. Let's protect it.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and a locally owned pharmacy provides you with personal service from folks who know you and your good health needs. We accept most insurance plans, including most of the Medicare prescription drug plans. And we are there to answer all of your healthcare questions. So why not make the switch to a locally owned and operated pharmacy? Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell on Highway 6 West.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Marlene Johnson, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Medicap Pharmacy, in your 2020 Grinnell High School Senior Spotlight, brought to you by the Arns Foundation. Thank you to those three for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. Well, Newton puts up one run in the top of the second, and they lead over Grinnell 1-0. Vankley still in the circle for the Cardinals. This is number 21, Ashlyn Imhoff, up to bat for Grinnell. Not a terrible season for Ashlyn. 12 hits. 11 of those are singles as she swings and misses for strike two. She does have one home run, 7 RBIs, and a .240 batting average. But she's down early here against Vankley. 0-2. Down the dirt, 4-1. Ella Greif next up on the batting order, by the way. 1-2, and that one foul. Score update, anything?
0-0.
0-0 on the boys' side. Vankley working hard here. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Imhoff. And that one just up top, outside of the zone, evens it up at 2-2. So Imhoff's fighting back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Way outside for ball 3. Good battle by Imhoff here to start the bottom of the second. And you talked about that Grinnell is best when they get on a hitting spree in an inning. It's when they're at their best. Imhoff swings and misses for strike 3. And Vankley grabs one there quickly. Ella Greif, the pitcher, up to bat here for Grinnell. Like I said, last game against Pella Christian, she knocked one out of the park. She'll try to do that again. It was her second home run of the season, in fact. 13 hits and a .245 batting average. Pitcher versus pitcher here in the bottom of the second. Greif tries to lay down a bunt to no avail. Well, the Cardinals up 1 early here against Grinnell, looking for a huge upset to end their season. Oh, 1 by Vankley. And that one's just up top for ball 1. One, and Greif swings and misses for strike 2. Tell you, Vankley looking impressive here early against the Tigers. Not giving Grinnell much. One ball, 2 strikes. And that one down low, though, for ball 2. Good patience. Like I said, Grinnell playing Washington next week. Newton takes on Bondurant Farrar, and the winner of that game will play Winterset in the Class 4A Region 3 bracket. Top of that bracket's pretty hard, too. Norwalk and Des Moines Hoover, along with ADM. Nothing easy for these two teams coming ahead. That was a check swing for a ball, so 3 balls, 2 strikes, another full count for Vankley. And that one swung on and missed. Strike 3. How about the sophomore, Kaylee Vankley? Already 2 strikeouts this inning alone. And now we get to see Lydia Rodebush up to bat. Can Lydia do something here for Grinnell? 3 up, 3 down the first inning, and now gone down swinging 2 batters in a row. Rodebush fouls that one. And it'll bounce over to the baseball field. Wonder if there's ever been a foul ball hit here that landed on the baseball field. The baseball lands on the softball field all the time, but I mean, it's same distance. You just never know if someone gets a piece of one. 0-1 by Vankley. That one just in there for strike 2. Vankley trying to finish the Tigers in this half inning, putting them all down with strikeouts. She's got a chance right here as that one's fouled back by Rodebush. Newton come out of the gates firing here early. Granted, it's a 1-0 lead, but Grinnell cannot get anything going offensively. 0-2. That one in there for strike 3, and Vankley strikes all 3 out. 1-0, Newton leads. Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, 3rd generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Dairy Barn, Polley's Pizza, and your 2020 Grinnell High School senior class, brought to you by the Orange Foundation. Thank you to those 3 for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. Grinnell trails Newton 1-0. This is Kaia Butler, the first baseman on the batting box for Newton. Greif still in the circle, 0-1. That one grounded right toward Van Copernal. She'll scoop it up, throw on to first in time for out number 1. You know, Van Copernal had a rough night against Pella Christian. Like you said, she stayed after and worked with Coach McDermott, and she's already made 2 plays here to start the ball game. I'd say it helped. Number 31, Vanessa Vasu, up to bat here for the Cardinals now with 1 out and nobody on. Greif's first pitch falls in just outside for ball 1. Cardinals no wins coming into this ball game, but they're going to try to get one here late in the season as a quote-unquote playoff push could ensue. As that one's fouled down back for strike one. Playoffs are going to be very interesting this year. It's inevitable that a couple teams are going to be in playoff contention, and they'll have to end their seasons because of the coronavirus pandemic, that's for sure. But hoping everybody in the Little Hawkeye can keep it safe, as well as everyone across the state. Sadly, some teams have already had to forfeit their seasons. But it's the playoffs. Anything can happen. 1-1 by Greif. That one grounded right toward the third baseman. Imhoff throws on the first. Great grab by Barons, out for out number 2. So Grinnell trying to respond with their own 3 up and 3 down here.
Third baseman, Mallory Zach.
And this will bring up Mallory Zach, the third baseman for the Cardinals. Grinnell trying to make quick work of this half inning. Score update?
Grinnell 1.
Grinnell 1. 1-0. Cool. Grinnell, the baseball side, trying to get above 500. I know Tony, that was one thing that he was really hoping they could do before they got into the playoffs. Granted, you still got 2 games left after this, but that one was outside for ball 1. (1-0) by Ella Greif. And that one slipped a little bit outside. Good grab by Kate for ball 2. And for those asking, we are not doing baseball playoff or softball playoff. That was just a heads up. Because we always get asked, we just don't do road games, mostly because of Wi-Fi and everything else, as that one's up top for ball 3. But the boys are headed to Oskaloosa to take on the Indians in the first round of the playoffs. Winner plays Norwalk. Or will most likely play Norwalk. 3-0 here. And Zach watches that one go down the dirt. It's a 4-ball walk by Ella Greif.
Same strike zone, please.
So this brings up number 20, Chastity Henwood, the shortstop.
Now batting, Chastity Henwood.
I know Chastity got on base last time. I believe either a ball or either a walk or a hit. As Chastity lines that right up to Van Kopernal on the awkward bounce, bounces off her forearm. Lindsey Halima is going to come up and make the throw to third, and it's nowhere near in time. And the Cardinals get a runner on second and third. Grinnell seems to be off to a little bit of a slower start this evening. Yeah, I mean, just kind of an awkward bounce, kind of went right up her arm, similar to what kind of happened against Pella Christian. Payton Durer, the catcher. I can't say much because I haven't played baseball / softball. Well, I never played softball, but I haven't played anything like baseball in a while. That one in there, though, for a called strike. Newton does have 2 outs, so you eliminate the sacrifice fly opportunity, so this is a big at-bat here for Greif. No balls, 1 strike. That one popped up left, foul. So now here's a good spot for Ella with no balls and 2 strikes. Grinnell's going to try to get out of here with minimal damage. Big 0-2 pitch by Ella Greif. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Grinnell gets away unscathed. We'll see you in the bottom 3. Grinnell trails 1-0.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only a West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Grinnell Mutual and ASI Science. Thank you to those two for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. Grinnell's
West Finch and Grinnell Mutual.
What did I say?
ASI.
Well, thank you to those three for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. We appreciate all of our sponsors through the baseball and softball season. We know it's been a little weird, but we appreciate our sponsors sticking with us. Grenadot up to bat here for Grinnell. As she watches that one go down low for ball one. Grinnell, a rough 2 innings so far. They got put down with 3 strikeouts last time by Vankley. And they were shut out on a 3-up, 3-down in the first inning. And Newton's been able to get some runners on base. Grinnell's luckily been able to hold to a little damage. But a rocky start for Grinnell as Dodd pushes it over onto third, and the throw onto first is in time for out number 1. Couple of those tonight, as Newton's just been able to make the plays throughout. Deja vu from the Pella Christian game, I guess. Ella McAlexander, not Parker McAlexander, is up to bat here for Grinnell. You're right, I did get told by Ella herself after the game. My bad. Names are hard. Let's see if Ella can get Grinnell on base here and at least get going a little bit. 1 out and nobody on as Vankley puts that one down the dirt for ball 1. (1-0) by Vankley. And that one catches the zone for strike 1. Chris, how's the strike zone looking? Update from baseball. Grinnell tied 1-1 with South Tama. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That one down low for ball 2. Yeah, if the zone's down there, you'll take it. Alexander sits in 2-1 and swung on and fouled, but it still counts as a strike, so it evens it up at 2-2. Alexander, 5 hits, 4 singles, 1 double. She struck out 4 times, a batting average of 200. She hasn't played all the games this year so far. And she'll rock that one to left, and it is, just barely foul. Fine line that ball went on right there. Just couldn't quite keep it over. Cloud cover starting to move in from our northwest, so
it's actually, you can feel the temperature
to
drop.
The sun should be going away here pretty quickly. Payton Durer went up on the circle to go have a chat with Vankley for a second. The count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out for Grinnell. Caitlin Van Copernal sits on the batter, or sits in the deck. Who caught that ball? Fan caught it. Went right over the fence. Now she has to
go sanitize.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now you gotta go sanitize. You should put that on the speaker. Now you gotta clean yourself. There we go. There's our cloud cover.
Get those lights turned on, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's fouled. Yeah, I don't want to be playing in the dark like you did the other night against PCM or whatever. One out and still nobody on for Grinnell. 2-2 to McAlexander. She'll swing it to the left field line, and Doty's foot stops the ball from going too far. What a reflex.
Can't use your hands, so
I was going to say, might as well use your feet. Newton on top of Grinnell, 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Cardinals looking for their first win of the year, and it could come in the last game of the year. That's poetry in motion right there. Up top for ball 3.
you got a perfect game going. Jinx her.
Yeah. Perfect game by Van Clee
Perfect
so
game
far.
by the new pitcher.
And we thought we were going to see a difference from what Newton came with last year for pitching-wise, but Van Clee's looking like her
Hitting spots.
girls that have come before her. Full count pitch. McAlexander lines it. Is it going to drop? It does not. Nice grab at left field by Jenna Smith, the senior. And this will bring up number 23, Caitlin Van Kopernal for Grinnell.
Caitlin Van Kopernal.
Well, what's Grinnell got to do? You're sitting in a slump right here. You can't seem to get it out of the outfield. Ella, yeah, it only takes one. Ella had that best hit of the night so far. We'll see if one of the Van Kopernal sisters can get it done here. Yeah, that sun going away was a huge factor. 1-0 by Van Clee. And Van Kopernal got a piece of that one, fouls it back to the fence, evens it up at 1-1. Little Hawkeye Conference update from the softball side. Pella leads over Pella Christian 3-2. Be a big win. The Dutch have not been that great this season. Grinnell swept the Dutch 4-0 this year. You don't say that a lot. Ankley now ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs and nobody on for your Grinnell Tigers. The 2-1 grounded to the shortstop. Caught on the roll, and the throw on to first is in time. Newton gets away unscathed again. To the 4th we go. Lead 1-0.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Strength, stability, service. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, you can count on all 3. And you can count on me, Marlene Johnson, your local Farm Bureau agent in Grinnell. I'll help make sure you have the coverage you need and the discounts you deserve. Call me today and see how I can help protect your family, cars, home, and future. It's your future. Let's protect it.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by ASI Signs and Marlene Johnson, Farm Bureau Financial Services. Shout out to those two for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all baseball and softball season long. Well, Grinnell trails Newton 1-0. The Cardinals doing everything right. Grinnell just can't seem to get anything going. It's not that Grinnell's playing terrible. It's just offense has not been there. Ella Greif has 5 strikeouts so far for the Tigers. And up to bat here is Cadence on. Ella's first pitch outside for ball 1. Update from the boys' side. South Tama on top 2-1. South Tama's already got 4 hits. South Tama came in with a 5-13 record against Grinnell.
Played until 1 o'clock in the morning last night in Independence. Didn't get home until 2:30 this morning.
And they're beating Grinnell. Trojans are tired of losing in football to Grinnell, so they're just going to take it out on the baseball team. 1 ball, 1 strike here for On. And that one fouled back toward the fence line. Ball 2. Or strike 2, excuse me. Coming up tomorrow or Sunday, because we're busy tomorrow, but the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network podcast has a new episode coming out. We sat down with Megan Doty, one of the assistant coaches for the Grinnell Tiger baseball team or softball team, talking about her duties on the team and what she's doing in college for Central. Also just talks about the team and her insight on the season so far. All that and more on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network podcast coming up this week. Two balls, 2 strikes upcoming for On. Here's Greif. That one grounded right up in the middle. No one's there. It gets free. Halima comes up, makes the grab, and On is safely on first with a single. Can Grace Benson send her further? The center fielder is up to bat now for the Cardinals. Tell you what, Newton's just doing everything right as of right now. So runner on first, nobody out for Newton as the bunt is laid down, and that one's foul. Grinnell's gotten lucky. I don't think they've had one successful bunt. Newton has all night. Newton's coach on the first base side coming over and saying something, or said something to the third base coach across the way. Benson steps back in with no balls and 1 strike for the left-handed hitter. That one bunted down for a foul. You'd think from all the bunting they've done so far, you'd think maybe they've had one successful one, but the rolls have just not gone their way.
I think they'd be able to button one up.
Yeah. There you go.
Bad dad joke.
Yeah, you got to stop there. 0-2 upcoming by Greif. Up top, throw on to first is not in time. Safe. I thought when it's safe, you're supposed to put your arms on the way out, not put them out like they just scored a touchdown. I don't know.
That's a neutral safe.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Benson went over to talk with the third base coach there for Newton. She'll come running back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, and a runner on first for Newton. Cardinals looking for a signature win tonight, and it would be their only win of the season heading into the playoffs, as that one's fouled as she tried to get a running start on it. And you wonder for Grinnell, have they played every single day this week?
Had yesterday off.
Yesterday off. But, I mean, fatigue could be a thing. I mean, if anything, Grinnell baseball maybe got a little lucky that they were off yesterday. Granted, they're losing right now, but we might see fatigue set in, not just for Grinnell, a lot of teams across the state playing so many days in a row. There's that one, another foul bunted down. What's really hurting Grinnell here is actually hurting Ella, the pitch count going up pretty quickly.
They have a lot of good quality at bats.
Right. I mean, they're keeping Ella around here, and there's still no outs. Top 4, Newton up 1-0 over Grinnell. I appreciate Newton's crowd. Very, very positive. That one popped high. Kriegel makes the grab for out number 1. A little bit of acrobatic.
Yeah, nice heads-up play by Kate there.
Brings up number 27, Taylor.
Usually the catcher can't see where the ball is going, but she was able to turn around quickly and make the grab for out number 1. So the runner on first will stay, and this will bring up Taylor Lust. She had a single last time, a blooper right into right field between Behrens and Dodd. Have to ask Doty why he switched Dodd and Halima. No surprise here. A bunt laid down by Newton. Foul. Boy, the one time it's going to work, I bet it works to like perfection. If you've done it this many times, it's going to be perfect when they do it.
Or they're going to suck the infield in far enough, they're just going to put it right in the grass.
Yeah, that could be true. You bunt so much, and then you're like, well, might as well hit a homer.
Grinnell's up 3-2.
On the baseball side.
On the baseball side.
I went in the dirt for ball one. Kriegel tempted to throw on to first. She does not.
We're ahead now, 3-2.
Not ahead here, though. Cardinals have Grinnell's number here early. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch upcoming to Lust. And Lust swings and misses for strike 2. Ella ahead 1-2 in the count with 1 out. And Newton keeps that runner over there on first. Ready to advance. That one up top for ball 2. Another bunt attempt just missed. Definitely a big chance here. Obviously, a bunt is obviously what they're going for. Get that runner over to second, but Greif trying to do it the hard way and just grab her out right here. Imhoff brought in a little bit farther here on this third base line. 2-2. Bunted down. Just enough contact to make a play.
Is that a bunt? Strike 3, you're out.
And this time, Kriegel looking over at Doty, trying to make a signal here for the defense. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one bunted down, back to Greif. Throw on to first is low, and Grinnell picks it up in time, though, for out number 2. That almost was disastrous. She threw that thing down in the dirt, but Hannah was able to hop on it. So the runner gets on second, and now this will bring up Callie Vanklee for the Cardinals. She's got a runner on second. Grinnell's going to try to strand another. Newton's got a lot of opportunities tonight, but I've only been able to come away with 1 score, and it was on a wild pitch. Greif's first one down the dirt. Kate throws on to second. She is not in time. The ball goes wide, but the runner got on second, just dove for it. Ball, by the way, so 1-0 is your count. You said South Tama went to 1 o'clock in the morning against Independence?
Yeah. Rain delay. Second game didn't get started until like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Jeez. 1-0. Strike 1. Well, what was the one a couple weeks ago? They went into like 19 innings or whatnot. I can't remember. It's like when you're playing this many games in a row. Greif trying to hang in here at top 4. 1 ball, 1 strike upcoming for Vanklee. And Vanklee pops it right over top of Van Kopernal's head. Dodd picks it up. Runner turns on third. Cut off not in time. And Newton has a 2-0 lead over Grinnell. This team does not look like they have not won a game this year. I can tell you that right now.
Kaia Butler.
And this will bring up Kaia Butler as a courtesy runner will come out. And this is number 23, Michaela Johnson, for the Cardinals to come out and courtesy run.
Michaela Johnson, courtesy running for the pitcher.
2 outs, almost had a chance to end it there. And then when he can't, definitely got to be frustrating for Ella as she'll sit here on the circle and think about what comes next. Kaia Butler, first baseman, up to bat now. Runner on first for Newton with 2 outs. And that one in the dirt. Kate throws back on to first, and Hannah's not on the bag. She's safe. Yeah, he makes like that almost touchdown signal. Grinnell at 4-2 now over South Tama. One ball, no strikes for Greif. Swung on, grounded. Van Copernal catches on the hop. Her throw to first is in time. Newton puts up one on the board. 2-0. They lead over Grinnell.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and a locally owned pharmacy provides you with personal service from folks who know you and your good health needs. We accept most insurance plans, including most of the Medicare prescription drug plans. And we are there to answer all of your healthcare questions. So why not make the switch to a locally owned and operated pharmacy? Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell on Highway 6 West.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn. The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Medicap Pharmacy and Dairy Barn. Thank you to those two for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. Kaylee Van Clay back on the circle for Newton. We were just corrected by a Newton fan. It was Van Clay. So shout out to that Newton fan. These Newton fans are nice. I appreciate it. Top of the batting order we go. This is Kate Kriegel up to bat for Grinnell. And the Tigers trail 2-0 against a winless Newton squad, as that one's in there for strike one. Van Clay's doing everything right tonight. Yeah. Still a perfect game. No better time than the present. Kriegel fouls that one short for strike two. It doesn't seem like Grinnell has much confidence in their swings tonight. When they're swinging, it's just, yeah, it's just kind of a, you just got to kind of wait for it, and Grinnell's struggling. 0-2. Kriegel fouls it. We're staring at a record for most fouls, possibly. No balls, 2 strikes upcoming for Kate Kriegel. She's trying to get Grinnell going. And she rockets that one to left field. It would be gone if it stayed fair. Darn. Come on, if we only had that wind we had last night, maybe we'd be going somewhere there. No balls, 2 strikes. Van Clay's been on a tear tonight. No hitter so far for the Cardinals. Trying to continue it right here. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one, ooh, just down low for ball 1. Newton fans thought it was a strike. Kate lines it deep. Center field, it is gone! Grinnell needed the run. Kate Kriegel responds, and it's a 1-point game thanks to Kate Kriegel's moonshot. It's Kriegel's,
I think, did that go to her mom and dad?
First home run of the season, and I think it did.
I think it was hit right to her mom and dad in center field.
They're high-fiving out there. Kriegel's first home run of this season, and it comes on the last night here at the softball diamond.
That's a good memory to go out for the last game of the season at home.
Hannah Barron's now up to bat for Grinnell. They break the no-hitting streak, and we'll see if Barron's can do anything here for Grinnell. Now, do the Kriegels technically have to sanitize themselves since that was their own daughter? Hannah Behrens lines that one into the gap. Centerfielder comes up and makes it. And what'd you say at the beginning of the game? When Grinnell gets a hit, they kind of start rolling. Lindsey Halima, number 8, now up to bat here for Grinnell. Halima knocked a home run out, her first home run of the season earlier this season. So Barron's on first, Halima in the batter's box. Halima swung on and missed. Or actually, she got a piece of that one for a foul. No balls, 1 strike. Halima launches it to left field, to the line. It is off the wall, but it's foul. Just couldn't quite get enough there to go, and just went foul. And I mean just went foul. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and Grinnell's got a runner on first. 0-2 by Van Clay. Halima swings and misses for strike 3. That was a hard swing, too. This will bring up number 21, Ashlyn Imhoff for the Grinnell Tigers. And it looks like Grinnell will have a quick meeting, so will Newton on the team. If you're wondering, our live stream's kind of been cutting out. Our signal kind of went dead there. But we should be getting it fixed back up. Grinnell trails 2-1. They got a runner on first. Lindsey Halima just struck out for Grinnell. And this is Ashlyn Imhoff up to bat here for the Tigers. Biggest chance Grinnell's had all night to try to cut back and take the lead from Newton. As that one's a wild pitch, and Hannah stays on second. Hannah was looking kind of towards the outfield, so when she turned around and saw the ball was going wild, she didn't know it. Probably could have gone 3, but she gets in running or scoring position. With 1 ball and no strikes, 1 out, let's see if Imhoff can send her home. Imhoff has 1 home run early this season. Imhoff lines it deep to right, and the right fielder will make the grab in the outfield. Hannah will tag up and will get it safely on third. So a sacrifice there for Imhoff, and this will bring up number 13, Ella Greif for Grinnell.
Now batting, pitcher, Ella Greif.
So now Hannah on third, but you need just a normal hit. You need a single here if you're going to bring her home. 2 home runs on the season for number 13, Ella Greif. That one up top for ball 1. Well, now Grinnell's getting you're actually making contact with the ball, and solid contact. Now you just got to finish that as you go forward. That one right in there for strike 1. That was a tough pitch to read, that's for sure. One, 2 outs, and Barron sits on third for Grinnell. And swung on and missed. Greif just can't seem to get Van Cliff figured out in the circle in this pitcher versus pitcher duel. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Rodebush says she's going for the bunt. She does. Lays it down. It comes loose. Hannah Behrens comes home. Everybody's safe, and it's a tied game. Chris, you're a genius. Grinnell ties it 2-2 against Newton. Third baseman came down and just couldn't quite make the play. It went right through Mallory Zach's grip. So Greif gets safe at first, and Lydia Rodebush steps up for Grinnell. I realize Lydia has the number of her jersey on her back as well. Greif takes off for second. She's going to be home by a country mile. Or be safe by a country mile. And as we said, our stream having a couple issues so far. We're just trying to get everything sorted out. Little chat here between Doty and his hitters. So the count is no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and Ella Greif is up there on second for Grinnell. And Rodebush sits back in the box for Grinnell. And with the runner in scoring position for Grinnell, this be big for Rodebush. Swings and misses for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes upcoming. Van Clay's pitch, and Rodebush fouls it. No balls, 2 strikes upcoming. And Rodebush swings and misses for strike 3. Grinnell ties it, though. 2 runs there in the bottom of the 4. We head to the 5th, tied 2-2. All right, we're back. It should come back. We run off a hotspot for our live streams, and our hotspot decided to go out. So that's why our Wi-Fi has been a little out. Hopefully it fixes. We're now just running off our phone, so or a phone hotspot. So if it goes out, just know that while it's out, we're doing everything we can. But that's what it means when it buffers. We can see exactly when it buffers. We have a thing that. A light that if our light is red, the stream is working perfectly fine. If the light goes orange, we know it's choppy, you know. So we know when you know. But to end that half inning, Rodebush went down swinging. So it's 2-2. Lydia is in the circle for Grinnell. And they are tied 2-2 with Newton after the home run. And the sun has come back out. I thought it was gone, but it just couldn't last. As that first one's in there for strike 1. Update from Grinnell Baseball. Do you have one?
Tigers lead 4-2.
4-2. That one down in there for strike 2. And that one outside. 1-2. That's weird. I don't have hotspot now on my computer because I took it off to use the stream. And for some reason I still have Wi-Fi, but my Wi-Fi bar says I don't have Wi-Fi. That one swung on. Throw on to first will be out. So there's a good start for Rodebush in the circle.
Now batting number 5, Mallory Zach.
We have a little critter join us on the camera.
I think it's a wasp.
I don't think that's happened before. Who's this up here, Chris? Batting? This is Mallory Zach. That one in there for strike one. The goal would obviously be for Rodebush to end it out for Grinnell. She's off to a good start here early. As she goes against the third baseman, Zach. 1 ball, 1 strike. Newton not going away here in this one, that's for sure, as ball 2. Did the umpire get hit? Oh, man. Oh. He got hit in an area. That's what we'll say. He's okay, though. That one just floated up top for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and nobody on for Newton. Like I said, this is Mallory Zach up to bat. And that one just outside for the walk. Zach takes her base. This will bring up number 20, Chastity Henwood, the shortstop for Newton. No balls, no strikes. Here comes the first pitch. It's in there for ball 1.
Nice pitch.
Did he call anything? I assume ball 1, but runner on first. That one up top for ball 2, I assume. Let's see if he holds his hands up here. I don't know what the... I'm going to assume 1-1. Or 2-0, actually. Rodebush up in the corner for ball 2 or ball 3. Nope, ball 3. Henwood steps back in the box. 3 balls, no strikes. Rodebush, that one up top for ball 4. Oh. Man, I don't know. Kriegel going to make a adjustment here on the infield.
Wide the strike zone.
Runner on first and second. One is out. How do I say that? There is one out.
1 out.
That one laid down. Grinnell comes up, throw on to first in time for out number 2. The runners will stay on second and third. That was a great play by, what am I trying to say? By Grinnell.
Nice
I'm going
play.
crazy.
Now batting number 12, Cadence on.
Cadence on the second baseman now for Newton. Here's a big at-bat here for Rodebush to try to get Grinnell out of the half inning. Runner on second and third. Rodebush's first pitch down low for ball 1. Doty's going to have a quick chat with Rodebush, and he's going to send the others away. But we don't have Doty mic'd up. But, if anything, I'd be telling her it's not really her fault. These are in the strike zone, it feels like.
Same as the other.
Just kind of come in and do what you got to do. Update, Grinnell up 5-2 over South Tama. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second and third for Newton. That one falls in. There's a strike.
Same spot.
Earlier in the game, Newton had a runner on third, and they were able to score off a wild pitch by Ella Greif. So Newton licking their chops at this opportunity. 1-1. Down low for ball 2. I look over there. The entire dugout makes the same motion as that one goes by. 2-1. Rodebush in there for strike 2. And Lydia get him out of the top 5. 2 balls, 2 strikes by Rodebush upstairs, 3-2. Full count set up for Rodebush. And that one just out for ball, or no, excuse me, caught. I didn't see where the ball was going. That one was out top, caught. We got out of the inning. We'll see you in the bottom 5, 2-2.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain, and only at West Finch Auto Plaza every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Polley's Pizza and West Finch Auto Plaza. Thank you to those two for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. We're tied 2-2, Grinnell and Newton. Last half inning, Grinnell was able to put up a home run thanks to Kate Kriegel. And this is Greta Dodd up to bat here for Grinnell. Van Clay is still in the circle for the Cardinals. One-0. Swung on and missed, strike one. Oh, you're heading into the snacks. 5th inning snack. Shout out to the mother for reminding me to bring snacks. Greta pops it. That's going to drop right in a perfect gap. Right fielder's able to make the grab. I tell you what, the right fielder was so far back. I mean, she looked like she was at the fence. Maybe she was talking to someone out there. I don't know. Ella McAlexander steps up for Grinnell. Batting 8th in the lineup. As Seven Nation Army plays in the background. One person on base. It's Greta Dodd. So your right fielder made a great play on the hitting side. Now it's up to the left fielder to try to do another. Ella goes for the bunt. That one's down low in the dirt. Dodd's got to hurry back. She is in time. I don't know. I don't think she did. Yeah, she pulled back, so I'm going to assume it's a ball. Nice red, purple sunset out there. Granted, sun's already down, but looks cool. 1-0. McAlexander fouls that one right into the Newton dugout. Heads up. And don't forget, after this is over, we're probably going to upload another version of this game, because when the stream cuts out, it also cuts out what we're seeing, or what you guys are seeing. We do record all of our games, so we'll re-upload this probably tomorrow or after the graduation ceremony and stuff, and we'll send the full video out. As Doty makes another great play. The voice you always maybe hear is Senior Liberty Greif. You'll hear it in the podcast, but Megan Doty talks highly of Liberty, and one of the top cheerers for this Tiger baseball team. Softball team. Liberty graduates tomorrow. Umpire's going to say something to Ella here. I don't know what he could have been saying. Chris, you got any ideas? Nope. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ella pops that one foul, and again she goes dugout to dugout, and everybody ducks. All right, well, she's hit one dugout. She's hit the other dugout. And her dad, thinking what I'm thinking, looked at her and pointed toward the fence line. So they're obviously on the same page. As her dad's taking pictures over there. McAlexander looking for her first career home run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dodd on first. McAlexander lines it right back over top of the pitcher. Dodd safe at second. That was a nice little blooper right over top out of Van Clay's reach. And with nobody out, Grinnell's got a runner on first and second. And here's Caitlin Van Kopernal up to bat for Grinnell. What inning are they in over there on the baseball side? 5th inning and still 5-2?
Top of the 5th.
Grinnell in the best position they've been all night to put up some scores. That one laid down. Good bunt by Van Kopernal. The throw to first will be in time, but everybody else is safe. Dodd on third, McAlexander on second, and with 1 out, runners in scoring position, brings up number 5, Kate Kriegel. She knocked the home run out in the previous inning. Can she do it again? Got her first home run of the season last time she was at bat, and they're going to intentionally walk her. So a little bit of strategy being played by Newton, and that will bring up number 14, Hannah Behrens. Hannah wasn't ready to come up to bat, that's for sure. So bases are loaded, and Hannah B will try to bring all 3 home if she can for Grinnell. Behrens with 18 hits this year, 8 of those doubles, 8 RBIs. She struck out 8 times and a .316 batting average, one of the higher percentages on the team. Van Clay, sorry, in a bind now with 3 on base and just 1 out. But at least it's not no outs. I'd say it's split between Liberty and Ashlyn Imhoff as the loudest cheers on the team. 1-0 by Van Clay. Down in the dirt. Ball 2. Got to be careful there for Van Clay. Nice job by the catcher, Payton Durer, to make sure that thing doesn't go wild, because if it does, they're in trouble. Hannah looking for her first home run of the season. Could it be a grand slam? That'd be a nice way to start.
Well, they have a nice little gap out there where Handy normally likes to hit the ball. So
2-0. That one foul. That was outside. That was going to be a ball, but Hannah just wanted a piece of it and swung on it a little early. 2-1.
It's hard not to.
Yeah. Tempting when he got the bases called. The Hannah B chance come from the dugout. 2 balls, 1 strike. Van Clay's pitch outside. Ball 3. So here comes the opportunity that Grinnell may be able to take the lead on a walk. Big pitch up coming here. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and the bases are loaded. Kriegel, McAlexander, and Dodd. And Behrens will step out of the batter's box for a second. (3-1). Outside, ball 4. And Grenadad will make the run home. And Grinnell has a 3-2 lead after trailing 2-0 early against the Cardinals.
Centerfielder,
Lindsey Halima up to bat now for Grinnell. Same scenario, bases loaded. Still 1 out, and I think we're going to have a pitching change. Yes, we are. Number 24, Jaslyn Cooper, will come out for Newton, and she will be the pitcher now for the Cardinals. Jaslyn Cooper. Cooper, a sophomore, 0-6 on the year. She started 8 games, so she's their main pitcher, it seems like. 46 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts, and a .320 ERA. Well, do we want to take a quick commercial break, do you think, or
just take a break?
We'll take a break. So Cooper up to pitch for Newton now. Halima is in the batter's box. Bases loaded, 1 out. And that one down low for ball 1.
Definitely a good opportunity for Lindsey here on a fresh pitcher to maybe pick up a nice pitch and get a homer out there.
Grand slam. 1-0 upcoming by Cooper. That one right down Main Street for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. You're right, we do need more runs. Halima almost got nicked by that one, ball 2. That might have, maybe just hit the sleeve of her shirt. Yeah, you just take that hit. That's why, some people get mad. They're like, oh, why do you duck when a fastball's coming at you? It's like, I don't know. That one down the dirt, down to the bottom left. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Anymore in the baseball games anymore, we're seeing 3 or 4 people get hit a night.
Yeah,
over there.
It's definitely more and more people getting hit, and that's kind of a trend. I know WHO did a story on a kid earlier in the season who, 4 games through, had already been hit 13 times, I think. Halima gets the pitch she wants and sends it to left field. Foul. Man. Good power, too. Kriegel claps over there on second, trying to get her teammate going. Catcher will go over and get a new softball. Maybe. I don't actually know what she's doing. Nope. Coming back over. Durer ran over to say something to the coach and then came back. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. To Halima. Lindsey lines it foul down the third base line. Just a little inside. If it was just a little bit farther out, we may have seen a different outcome there. Tony is wearing a really bright jacket over there. He's easy to spot. 5-2 is still your score over there on the baseball field. Grinnell leads over South Tama. We got a full count here with 1 out and bases loaded. Grinnell leads 3-2 over Newton. Here's Cooper's pitch. Outside, good patience by Halima, and it'll bring home Ella McAlexander. 4-2, Grinnell leads over Newton. And this will bring up number 21, the hype woman, Ashlyn Imhoff for Grinnell.
Yeah. At first, I thought I got a whiff of popcorn, but I think it's chemicals in the field or something. Or somebody got popcorn over there.
I don't know, but I'd hate if you thought chemicals in the field smelled like popcorn. That one up top for ball 1. Some Newton fans did bring stuff in tinfoil and it looked like burritos, and I'm like, wait a second.
Oh, I saw that too.
Why was the concession stand open?
Maybe they got their own concession stand.
I do smell something. There was a plane flying over when I got here.
Yeah, they might be spraying something.
And then obviously the helicopter that flew by against Pella Christian that did a acrobatic. That one popped high. Imhoff, it should stay foul. Everybody look out. I want to believe that helicopter was just a little late for the flyover, personally, but I haven't gone back. I wonder if it was in the stream. Oh, kid picked it up. No, kid. Better wash your hands.
It wasn't. It was outside the view.
Better wash your hands, kid. 1 ball, 1 strike by Cooper. Down in the dirt for ball 2. Imhoff was vocal about the strike zone last time. She's looking good here, though. 2 balls, 1 strike. She can hang in. She struck out her first time. That one down low. That's for sure a ball. So she's liking what she's seeing here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Base is still loaded. We're just stuck in a continuous cycle. Grinnell started slow, but they've picked it up. Grinnell, by the way, 6-2 now over South Tama. 3-1 by Cooper. And Imhoff likes it. It should bloop, and it does. Right fielder can't make it, and it'll be a rounding play for Barons. Imhoff, or excuse me, I don't know who's on third, but Grinnell brings 2 home. Kriegel and Barons. And Imhoff, a nice blooper over on to first. That's Lindsey Halima over on third. And this will bring up number 13, Ella Greif. It's like a flip of a switch. Grinnell went from trailing now to leading 6-2 over Newton. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Boy, Grinnell likes those little bloopers right there to right field. Seems like that's where they all go. Imhoff takes off, blazing speed, and she's safe. Throw on to third is safe as well. You put up your fastest times running when you're a base runner. I truly believe that. It's not quite your 40 time, but Chris, your son, one of the top, stealing basemen. I wonder what his time was between bases. That one down for strike 1.
Get from home to second, less than 6 seconds.
Wow. So Luke Rodebush could get from home to second in 6 seconds. All-time leading base stealer in Grinnell High School history for the baseball side. That one down low for ball 2. Boy, Lindsey's really flirting with going over there on that third base side.
Is that the right count?
I think so, 2-1.
Yep.
1 out, runner on second and third. In the dirt. Lindsey keeps wanting to go. I don't see many people try to steal home, but 3-1 now. Cooper stepped in and hasn't been able to hold back Grinnell yet. Still 1 out. Imhoff on second, Halb on third. And that pitch down in the dirt for a ball, and the pitch went a little wide. Grinnell will stay and put everybody back on base, and number 15, Lydia Rodebush, up to bat here for Grinnell.
Rodebush.
Hang in there, Dad. I get it. You're cramping up. Don't tell me you're getting a Charlie horse now.
Oh, man.
I might not be able to carry you down. Bases loaded, 1 out. Rodebush pops it high, and the shortstop will come in and make the grab, so that'll retire for the second out of the inning. And Greta Dodd back up to bat. We have reached all the way back around in the batting order.
Now batting, number 6, Greta Dodd.
Greta started this whole chain for Grinnell as they make it all the way through the batting order. So Greif on first, Imhoff on second, Hollabaugh on third. That one's down low for ball 1. Second pitch goes line drive down the left field line. Doty can't stop that one with his foot. Strike 1. Good game over in Pella. Pella Christian and the Pella Dutch tied 5-5 going into the 7th inning.
Top of the 6th in the baseball game. Tigers lead 6-2.
I used to think every time Grinnell and South Tama played each other in sports, it was for a trophy, and then I was sad to figure out it was only for football. Up top for strike 2. A lot of people consider this team, or these two teams, to be rivals, especially in the last couple of years. Whenever these two teams meet, it gets a little fired up, mostly on the football side, but basketball too, I'd say. Turn it into a nice little rivalry, Grinnell and Newton is. I'm all here for it. That one down low for ball 2. Like you said, there's a huge gap there right to center field. 2-2. And that one popped deep to left by Dodd. Newton will come up and not make the grab. It's foul, and she took a hard hit. That was left fielder Jenna Smith. Took a hard roll. And Dodd and everybody else will run back to their spots as the count stays even at 2-2. I'd say we've been given a very nice night to end the home season here at Grinnell, the temperature-wise, weather-wise. 2-2. Dodd gets hit.
And we got a score.
And we get a score. No. What? What? Mr. Umpire, I don't know about that one. What is his reasoning?
An elbow's not a Classified hit.
Is elbow not a body part?
She moved it in there.
Oh. So are you telling me in the final season when that guy gets hit, when that guy got hit in that final game, that wasn't legal? 2-2, Dodd fouls that one. It might be another catch, and unnecessarily hit it. My whole perspective changes on getting hit by a pitch now, I guess.
They rarely call that, but that's.
I was going to say.
It can be called.
I mean, technically, you could just stick your hand out and ask to get hit.
But the thing is look at, Greta, that's her set. Her
elbows are wide out. 3-2. Down low, ball 4. Doesn't matter, we bring one home. As Lindsey Halima finally gets off third base, and Ella McAlexander will step up to bat for Grinnell.
Let's see what Big Mac could do for us.
Now batting, number 1.
I don't think I've
Ella
ever heard anyone say that as a
McAlexander.
nickname for Ella, but
What?
I don't think I've ever heard that nickname for Ella. Umpire will have a quick chat with the Newton coach.
Courtesy runner?
No.
Nope, another pitcher.
We're changing pitchers again. Going back to number 8, Kaylee Van Clay. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Pitching change, number 8.
Kaylee Van Clay, who was in at the
Kaylee Van
beginning
Clay
of the
returns to
game,
as pitcher.
now went out. Cooper came back 4, and now Van Clay's going to go back in.
She should be able to warm up.
Yeah, I don't see this a lot, apparently, as our stream's a little laggy again. I don't see why. I got a full bars of energy on my phone, but so yes, a pitching change. Kaylee Van Clay is back in the ball game as the Cooper experiment not good enough for Newton. So 7-2 after the pitching change. And bases are loaded. Ella McAlexander is the one up to bat. I think we got it back. At least we're all red on our side, so. If you have troubles, just refresh until should come back to normal. We can't control the internet. Bases loaded. McAlexander lines it right past the third baseman. Imhoff comes home, and Greif comes home. RBI, 2 RBI single for Ella McAlexander, and Grinnell extends the lead to 9-2. Pitching change didn't matter. Grinnell able to swing on it, and it's a great play by Ella McAlexander. This brings up, is that Caitlin Van Copernal? That first pitch, that one cracked deep, left field, it's fouled.
Now batting for the Tigers, Caitlin Van Copernal.
I haven't known Caitlin Van Copernal to have a lot of power on her swing, but that thing was crushed to left field.
Fun fact is an 8th grader down in West Branch hit a game-winning double to the fence.
Wow.
Against Benson.
So she does have some power. That's off as an 8th grader. I think I remember that because they made a big deal. They're like, here's this 8th grader. She's pretty good. 0-1. Whoa, outside for strike 2. Man. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first and second. Newton trying to get out of this half inning and head to the 6th. 0-2 by Van Clay. And Van Copernal had to get out of the way for that one as she was almost hit. Ball 1. Update from baseball.
6-2, bottom of the 6th. They're passing. They started later than us.
I was going to say,
they're
and they've passed us. Granted, we've had some pitching changes tonight. Yeah. But Grinnell's scoring, so that's all that matters. That one up top for ball 2. Van Copernal's fighting back. If you're a Tiger fan watching, granted we won't have any more videos till the fall season when football comes back. Fingers crossed. But if you want, hit the subscribe button and you can be up to date whenever we post and whatnot. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. And Copernal bloops it left field, but it's fouled. It says we're past 1K subscribers, but I think we're like just short. Numbers are kind of wrong. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on base for Grinnell. I love it when it lines up like that. 2-2 by Van Clay. In the dirt, ball 3. Good eye by Van Compernol. This thing's got to hurry up. We got to get up early tomorrow morning and do some graduation stuff. We got to be at the field at 7 o'clock. So
Graduation is 10 o'clock.
graduation starts at 10, so we'll have a busy morning tomorrow. Van Compernol waits it out and walks. Dodd on to third, McAlexander on to second, Van Compernol on to first. We've seen this before. And Kate Kriegel up to bat for Grinnell. No pressure on Kate, but if she hits a home run, this thing's over.
Or a triple.
That is true. So Grinnell coming close to maybe ending this thing. You never know. But we'll see if Van Clay can get her out of the inning. Kriegel hit one earlier in the ball game. She'll pop that one high. This is coming right back to us. And it goes back down somewhere. That almost came right back to the window here. Foul, strike 1. Bases loaded, 0-1. That one, up top, ball 1. I give credit to Grinnell, trailing 0-2 early against the Newton squad, coming in with a little momentum, at least to start. You know, they were getting the momentum rolling, and then Grinnell settled in, never gave up, and now they're up top 9-2, trying to end it possibly right here. 1-1. Outside, the ball goes loose. Greta Dodd's going to come home. Everybody's safe for Grinnell. 10-2 in favor of Grinnell, and Kate's job maybe got a little bit easier. Update from the baseball diamond, 10-2, Grinnell on top. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Van Compernol up on second. McAlexander here on third. A nice hit to the fence could end the ball game. 2-1. Kriegel up top, ball 3.
You almost think that she's going to throw the ball at her instead of risk it. I mean,
well, they walked her last time, but I guess they've kind of conceded on that.
I mean, now it's kind of open.
Yeah,
You're not going to get an automatic score on it, so.
Pitching around her now. This won't be anywhere close.
10-2 Grinnell leads. 3-1 pitch.
Oh,
strike
my goodness.
2. Oh, man. Man, Mr. Umpire, I don't know about that one.
When I'm standing right behind it, and it was 2 inches to the right of the base.
Full count for Kriegel. Kriegel lines it right into the gap. McAlexander will come home. Van Compernol comes home as well. And everybody's safe, and that's the ball game. Grinnell defeats Newton 12-2. It's a 12-0 run, unanswered by Grinnell. We'll go through our commercials, and we'll come back. Mike Doty will come up and talk to us afterwards. It's a final. Grinnell takes down Newton 12-2.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third-generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The engine makes the power. The transmission sends it to the drive shaft. The drive shaft turns the gears. The gears turn the axles. The axles turn the wheels. Together it's the powertrain. And only at West Finch Auto Plaza, every bit of it has a 100% warranty. Forever. No parts, no labor, no deductible. You can't buy it. It comes with the car whether you want it or not. Only at West Finch Auto Plaza, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage.
Strength, stability, service. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, you can count on all three. And you can count on me, Marlene Johnson, your local Farm Bureau agent in Grinnell. I'll help make sure you have the coverage you need and the discounts you deserve. Call me today and see how I can help protect your family, cars, home, and future. It's your future. Let's protect it.
There are a lot of great reasons to make Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell your pharmacy. Hi, this is Jennifer Stallman, and a locally owned pharmacy provides you with personal service from folks who know you and your good health needs. We accept most insurance plans, including most of the Medicare prescription drug plans. And we are there to answer all of your healthcare questions. So why not make the switch to a locally owned and operated pharmacy? Medicap Pharmacy in Grinnell on Highway 6 West.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn. The Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is brought to you by Polly Eyes Pizza, Marlene Johnson Farm Bureau Financial Services, Grinnell Mutual, ASI Science, Dairy Barn, Medicap Pharmacy, the 2020 Grinnell High School Class of 2020 brought to you by the Arns Foundation, and make sure I'm not missing anybody, Polly Eyes, West Finch, Grinnell Mutual, ASI, Marlene Johnson, Medicap, Dairy Barn, and Senior Spotlight. So thank you to all those sponsors for sponsoring the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network all season long. Coach Doty talking with his team. He'll come up with us here in a little bit. This is kind of our wrap-up for our season. Grinnell defeats Newton 12-2. Interesting season, to say the least. I mean, 20-game schedule. We didn't know in May if we were going to be playing sports. Obviously, it was unfortunate that the spring sports season got canceled. But I give credit to the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for coming together and making this possible. I'd say it's a success. Granted, some teams are sadly going to be staying home because of the virus, but social distancing has been done here. Grinnell's doing their part. Let's just say that. And for this Grinnell team, I mean, when the podcast comes out, Megan Doty talks about how they just got started very late. And I think Coach Doty might tell us that when he comes up here. But 10-10, not that bad, considering, you know, as a rebuilding year and a big chance to go into the playoffs, if they can grab a win, you're over 500 for the first time since 2008.
And I think was a goal for them all the way along. What can they do to make themselves a better team. And who would have thought with a young team like they have right now? Because really, I think Liberty is the only senior.
Yeah.
Ella's older sister, and so for the most part, a lot of this team that's coming back, they should be a pretty good contender come into next summer, providing that everything that's going on is straightened back out and we could have a little bit of normalcy when we get back into the season. But for this team, I think I've seen more hits out of them. I've read in the paper about more hits. They just seem to be the team that's coming back into it to say that they are a team that wants to play softball and contend and go on to that next level as they travel down to Washington and be a team that's actually going to play and play well. And I don't think they have anything to be afraid of. When we talked a little bit with Chris Rodebush, the PA announcer for the softball field, he said they're excited just because it gets them out of the Little Hawkeye Conference. For so many years, they seem to be paired up, and their first round of the playoffs was playing somebody that they played all year or played multiple times. And it's kind of ironic that there were teams that they played not once, not twice, 3, 4 times this year, being Pella and walking away with a sweep of Pella. So that's pretty sweet to talk about too. And I think there's plenty of good things that Coach Doty's going to come up here and say that, you had a couple bad nights, but they also turned into some pretty darn good nights when we're done with it.
And the adversity to come through. Grinnell was trailing 0-2 there early against Newton, and you could see frustration on the field, like, man, how are we losing? And, they were able to get back together. All it took was Kate Kriegel's home run, and that really just set it off, and that set off the hitting spree. And Grinnell, when we were in the third inning, I was like, we're going full 7 games. This is going to be a knockout, drag-out brawl. And all of a sudden we're like, never mind, I guess we're finishing in 5. But
well, and I think sometimes you have to ask that question. Is Ella's arm getting a little bit tired? Lydia did a pretty good job come in here and, put some strikes out there on the field and turn around to be a good end for this ball game out here. And let alone the bats came alive, and they ended up pretty good on the field that way too.
It is a final on the baseball side. Grinnell just defeated South Tama 7-3, so the Tigers move to above 500 going into the playoffs, or get at least to 500. That's a big deal for Stenberg and his crew for sure. We're still waiting for Doty to come up as he's still talking over there with his team. Wanted to quickly talk on what's upcoming for us with the live stream. Like we said, tomorrow we are going to be doing the graduation, so you can turn into Grinnell activities, or is it athletics?
Grinnell athletics.
To watch the live stream of your 2020 Grinnell High School seniors walk across the stage. We filmed the virtual graduation, and we have it, but it'll be used if necessary. And then we'll be back in the fall. As of right now, we haven't heard anything, but as of right now, Grinnell will play South Tama in football at TT Cranning in week 2. That'll be the first time we'll be on. We've still yet to be told anything else. I know there's a lot going around. How's football going to be done? There's rumors it might go to the spring. There's rumors that the season will be shortened. We don't have answers right now. Obviously, I'd love to get answers. I'm searching for answers every single day. But I think, we as a live stream, we're excited for what's to come. I know that this year is going to be, quote-unquote, the year for Grinnell. It's expected to be a great year. And Grinnell, great shot to make it to the state playoffs. So we want the season to happen just as much as you guys do, and we hope for the best. You can follow us on Twitter, and we'll give all updates as the season goes on, or as the summer transitions into fall. But I can tell you right now, if you want football this summer, wear your mask, stay safe, social distance, do all that stuff, because that's how we're going to have football. Waiting for Coach Doty to come up here. I'll come off and step off the mic real quick as we wait for Coach Doty.